All right, I am over here kind of straightening up just a little bit, and I wanted to come by real quick and just kind of talk about a couple of different points that I wanted to make. By the way, again, on December the 30th of 2026, the gang stalkers are now trying to again use the police, which it's gonna backfire. They're trying to file false reports with the police, which has been done not too many times. Um, that they're actually being gang stalked. That's when you can tell that they're about ready to give up the cycle. I think that them doing this, especially if it's a severe parasitic narcissistic person, this falls anywhere between the lines of their hoovering and trying to reconcile with the person. So this is when they begin to threaten to go to the police. And so I wanted to make comment on that. I have filed over 500 police, okay, and FBI reports going back to 2013. In DeKalb County, Georgia, I filed over 60 police reports against that sector with Mike's name on it. In fact, when I finally found out his real name, okay, when I finally found out his real name, there was one time I filed a report. This was actually during a time that me and after we had met, because Mike was still trying to use that sector and abuse me in that sector, even after we met, even while trying to keep a relationship with me. I actually filed a report and got a letter from the Gwinnett County Police Department telling me that I needed to come there and file the report against him. It was specifically him. So there must be something that's on his record that is not available to the public. Okay, because everybody's police record is not available to the public. Um, so, they actually wanted me to come and get a restraining order against him then. Okay. So, filing any type of report against me at this point is pointless, and it's just going to get you arrested for filing a false report. Okay. So I guess this is some kind of fear or scare tactic. I don't care about what he's talking about, to be honest with you. Nobody stalked his daughter. He's a liar. Okay. I was pointing out the obvious as to why he was upset. And it's clear that I was right about what I was talking about, because he's still talking about it the next day, to the point he's severely embarrassed by his own daughter, which I don't know why he's embarrassed by her. Uh, but he's embarrassed, and he's that embarrassed to where he's ready to go to jail and crash out by filing a false report. Honestly, I'm not worried about nor concerned about any of those people filing any reports against me. Okay, I have a paper trail going from all the way from Kansas City, Missouri to Lawrence, Kansas to DeKalb County. I'm sorry. Savannah, Georgia, DeKalb County, Decatur, Georgia, all the way around to Gwinnett County, Georgia. Police reports and filings. And then also I've got probably maybe 50 IC3 complaints just from this year and last year alone. So all that, I, I just think it's ridiculous. I really do. And this is, my friend, a result of untreated mental illness. Untreated mental illness as well as corruption. The mental illness causes the corrupt people to think that they can do crap like this out in the open, right? While lying. Literally, I have seen these people do something while currently doing something to another person and saying that they didn't do it, but that the other person is currently doing it to them. So if these people were not so mentally ill, hey, Adam, if these people were not so mentally ill, maybe they would at least try to hide it. Like, the police are very, 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 let me talk to you guys about the Gwinnett County Police, okay? I put up a video. Where's my other phone? Oh, it's over there on the charger. I put up a video, you guys, showing proof that Mike is lying about sending us home. He did not. He lied. He lies constantly. He is a liar. I told y'all that he lies about everything. Hold on. I put up that video probably like maybe 15 or 20 minutes ago. And, I realize that their chaotic, cantankerous energy affects people as far as like the brainwave activities. It's kind of like almost like a shaken baby syndrome or something, to where you can't, and that's on you, because I can tell you that they're not going to bring you nothing but bad luck. And do not trust any of those people. And I warn people about it, and it seemed like people that they be like, well, Jamila, I believe them. Well, hun, that's on you. Go over there and be cool with them then. So, yep, it's a video entitled Proof That Michael Moore, the literal gang stalker, lied about sending us home. Okay. So, here's another thing that I want to say to him. No one cares about him having anybody supporting him. Who cares? That doesn't mean anything. The only thing that means anything is the truth. The only thing that means anything is that we are constantly covered and secured by the truth. That's a fact. He's been lying about that for weeks. I think that it's important for people to know that he lied about that. I think it's extremely important for people to know that he lied about that. Okay. Also, I think that it's important for people to know about that, because literally DFACS, as well as the police, recognize the situation with not only Mike, but that entire Black sector as a domestic violence issue. They recognize it as such. Nobody at CPS or DFACS is looking at me like I'm the bad guy. Nobody with the police are looking at me as the bad guy. They know who the bad guy is, and there will never be any mistakes ever. This is the reason why they have sent CPS, since my child was 1 year old, 2 years old, to 3 different states, lying to CPS. And this is the reason why my son has never been removed from my home, and we would never suffer that kind of trauma. So, I'm just letting y'all know, I think that what they want to do is what's important to them is doing whatever they're doing with the public. Now, I will tell you that one thing I'm going to tell you guys about DFACS, okay? Which is something that I recognize, which, hey, it may have something to do with the part about the advocacy when it comes to children. being exposed to so many different defects agents. The last one that came was a pregnant lady, okay, in Georgia. She was actually a pregnant lady and a young pregnant girl. And but they have a lot of turmoil. CPS people have a lot of turmoil. In fact, when CPS would come, especially in Georgia, they knew exactly who I was. And a lot of them would ask me about healing. In fact, one of the agents confessed to me. She said, Jamila, this is a hard job. Like, I don't know what to do. I've had consistent headaches and body aches since I've started this job. And I wouldn't do that job because number one, it can be dangerous. You never know where you're going to. But number two, that it I wouldn't be doing that. However, I would give them advice. I would be like, get your sage and clear yourself every single day. Whether or not you burn sage or you spray sage water on you, you get some. And I would always give them advice. So CPS for me is not, I've never had no issue with CPS. You know what I'm saying? And while while I've heard certain rumors about them, I just know that my God that loves me and my children would never let anything happen to me. That's what I do know. My gods, and y'all know I'm a polytheist. So, they would never, because it's hard. We hear about the horror stories of foster care, and to think that the gang stalkers were literally so evil and ruthless to the point where they were literally trying to have my son taken out of a home where he is loved and taken care of, while at the same time they were trying to destroy my reputation. They were trying to destroy my business, trying to take away income from me, and then also trying to destroy my ability to even get a job. So I don't even want to hear it. Nothing that they ever do, nothing, nothing will ever succeed. And I'm just telling you. And it ain't just for me. Like, I have women with children that come to me all the time that are being gang stalked. And I may not be able to help every single child in this world and every single woman, but I'm going to do my damn part because that is disgusting. That is disgusting. Okay. So it don't matter what they try to do. You know what I'm saying? I think that he wants to incite fear in me. I have 100% no fear. I don't, like, literally, like, it's also, I want to try to project or deflect. I know this is Mike. He knows that he's the one that's stalking us. He knows that he is the one that needs to leave us alone. And so it's built up around his heart. It's built up around his heart. Nobody over here is worried about it. Nobody over here. It's him. It's him. So they have to file false reports, and it gives them it gave them. Let me say that past tense. It gave them temporary relief. It doesn't anymore. Spirit recognized that they would feel better when they filed false CPS reports, or they would feel better when they pull up, or they would feel better. They're not allowing that. They're not allowing them to ever feel better. You're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel right within your spirit until you stop stalking people. Otherwise, you just going to be sitting there with a headache, chest ache, body ache. And I would suggest all of you guys start listening to me. Stop listening to those people. It is not entertainment. You guys are cursing yourself. Also, there's a show that I have set up and scheduled. Maybe I'll talk about that here. Gang stalkers are cursing their bloodlines. Right now, they're cursing their own families. Gang stalking is probably one of the most ruthless crimes that are being committed against humanity. Now, I've been working on our government for the past 3 years. I'm talking about spiritual work. Okay. And my work works. I've been working on the government. Okay. To start taking gang stalking more seriously. Yeah. They got to do something about this. They got to do something about it. They got to stop them. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So him filing a police report, he's basically falling into the trap because like I can guarantee you that when you file a police report, they check out the person that's filing the police report. Michael Moore has over 50 police reports filed against him, as well as over 200 IC3 reports filed against him with his name and address alone. So, and it's sick. It's really sick for you to do all of the things that you did. This dude literally dropped revenge porn on me, literally tried to bully and attack my daughter. I never bullied or attacked his daughter. In fact, I sent her blessings, right? Uh Literally has been doing it for months, for years, but yet he's going to go to the police. Sure you are. Sure you are. Right. Okay. So the police, after 10 plus years, are very well aware. And I believe that they can go ahead and possibly go ahead and pursue charges, even in the event that I don't. All they have to do is watch and observe them. And I believe that a lot of them that are in that sector are already breaking the law. I believe that a lot of them are involved with things that they shouldn't be involved with. And I believe that they are possibly under surveillance by the government anyway. So, it just is what it is. Okay, I need my other pot. Oh God, you know what? I'm gonna put this in this one and just switch this over. Take my patootie outside. So I don't know what to tell them. I don't know what to tell them. But what I was talking about, as far as with them trying to feed and psychic vampire, that is not a lie. And they're desperate. They will never be fed again. Even as he talks, he can talk and talk and talk and talk until he is blue in the face. It's not going to work. I can promise y'all that they're going to continue to try to feed off of people, and it will consistently backfire on them. They got a couple of overzealous so-called psychic vampirism witches, which I'm not going to get into that. Y'all know that I'm very spiritually learned. I'm literally protecting thousands of people right now. Them people can't mess with me. The black sector cannot mess with High Priestess Jamila. That's a fact. And they know it. I'm like Anita Baker. My energy is like Anita Baker. Sweet love. Uh-oh. My